Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in to another taping, another show another week of Promote Her Biz Talk. So today we have a really special guest, and we're just gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna change it up a little bit in recognition of Disability Awareness Month. I just want to go ahead and just thank everyone that shared the flyer. But while we have a minute, right now we have a few viewers on, but we just want to go ahead and share. We want to like, we want to comment, and we want to invite as many people as we can on to tonight's show. So I'm super excited about tonight's show. One of the things starting out with Him and Her magazine and Promote Her Biz Talk was always to get people in place to tell their story. And so we've had some amazing business women here on Promote Her Biz Talk, dropping a lot of wisdom, a lot of nuggets, anything that they could share in order to get our viewers who are interested in business or who can just relate to their story, just to help and push them to their next place and their next level. And so tonight is no different. We have a very special guest tonight, my very own daughter, yay, who's going to be sharing with us tonight in recognition of Disability Awareness Month. And so go ahead and share, go ahead and like, go ahead and invite as many people as you can. I just want to go ahead, y'all know how we do. We give our shout out. So I just want to shout out to some few people, those who are tuning in right now. And I do want to give this disclaimer. If it's your first time tuning in, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. But if it's your first time tuning in and you are a part of a watch party, just as a disclaimer, we will not be able to see your comments come up in the live feed, So if you want us to, give you those shout outs, say hello at the end of this show, at the end of all of our shows, we play a game. And in order to be a contestant or even a winner in our game, we have to be able to see your live comments. So go ahead. If you're part of a watch party, go ahead. I think you swipe left, swipe right, and join our live feed. We would love to say hello to you. And while we're giving out a few shout outs, please put the city that you're watching in, the city, the state, where are you watching from, and go ahead and say hello so we can say hello to you too. So we want to say hello to Miraca's dad who's tuning in. Hello, hey Daniel, good evening. My mom, who is always tuning in. So hey mommy, thank you for sharing. Thank you for tuning in. Domisha, Miraca's actually started to be a part of Angels of Destiny. Domisha Fleming, Angels of Destiny. She was a guest on our show last month, I believe, and just have an amazing youth program for young women. And so if you're looking for a mentorship for your daughter, I believe it's ages 7 to 18 or 7 to 21. Domisha, please correct me if I'm wrong. But go ahead and get connected. My daughters are loving it. They look forward to it every other Tuesday, and they're just ecstatic, and they're growing, and they're learning so much, and they're sharing. And that's a great part in sharing and opening up and, finding their own voice. So it has been a blessing for my girls so far. So get connected. Domisha Fleming, Angels of Destiny, mentorship for young women. Emily Chapman, Melbourne, Florida. Hey, Miss Emily, I believe that's Miraca's teacher. Thank you for joining us, Miss Emily. Princess Jasmine. Hey, Miraca's favorite auntie. As she lets you guys know, she is joining us tonight. She's joining us tonight. So, hey, Jasmine, that's my sister, y'all, my blood sister. So, hey, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. To our YouTube viewers, hey, thank you guys. We are on YouTube. I know that we're streaming live on Facebook. We are also connected to YouTube. So if you guys love this show tonight, if you loved our previous show, and there are people who are not just on social media, just don't have a Facebook, they can find us on YouTube at Him and Her magazine, and we stream live there as well. So we want to say hello, and it's our third show, second show on YouTube. So we just want to say hello and welcome to our YouTube family. So without further ado, any other disclaimers that I need to make? First time No, that's it. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and well, let me introduce her first. So Mirica is my daughter. And so I usually have a schedule of guests that I want to appear on our show. And I book months, right? At least 6 weeks in advance. And we just had a little hiccup this week. And I said, good Lord God, I need to find someone for this Thursday show. And every person I bring on this show and the timing that I bring them on, it's very, very important to me because I want that the seeds or the wisdom that they're releasing to be of a benefit, a timely benefit to the people. And so the Lord reminded me that it is Disability Awareness Month. And I thought, what better guest than to have better than to have on this show than my very own daughter. Mirica is 16 years old. And I'll just tell you a little bit about her. She's an amazing young lady, a very positive attitude. And she was born with spina bifida. I'll have her tell you guys about that. She was born with spina bifida. She was also born missing her left limb. And so she only has her right leg. And that's from the knee above. She's missing, totally missing her left limb. And what else? What else can I tell you about her? She is in a wheelchair. She's a paraplegic, so she is not walking right now. And but despite all of those things, right? All of those disabilities, right? She just has an amazing outlook and a positive outlook on life. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you Mirica. So here's our special guest. She's coming, guys. There you go. Good. So, Mirica, say hi.
Hi, everybody.
All right. So we're here, not here. It's just my feet so I can see. So Miss Emily's on. Your dad, your aunties, your grandma. So Mirica says hi. So I just want to introduce to you guys my firstborn child, Mirica, and tonight she's going to be sharing with you guys her story. So before we dig into you, ask you all these really like amazing questions, we just want to just kindly tell the people, just a little bit about yourself, some of the things that you love about life, some of the things that you like, without going too far on. Just share a little bit about yourself, and then we'll dig into that other stuff later.
So my mom already started talking to you guys, but I am 16 and I was born with spina bifida. And so what that is when I was born, it was my spine wasn't, well, when I was in her womb, my spine didn't form properly. And when I was born, I had, my back was open. And so they had to do surgery right away to close it because my spine was basically bulging out of my back. And I mean, I'm here today. I don't know.
So here she is today, right? And so I guess this will be a show where I guess we can share back and forth and just go from a mother's point of view and a daughter's point of view. But I really, really want to, one of the things that I want to highlight is how to educate our common community, how to interact with people, persons with disabilities, right? And we've had some hiccups. We've had some hiccups just within our community, but I've taught Miracle from a very young age how to advocate for herself and how to stand up for herself because persons with disabilities, and guys, if you're paying attention, you're not hearing me call them handicapped, you're not hearing me call them disabled because that's the incorrect terminology, right? So their disability does not define them. Spina bifida does not define Mirica. And so her name is Mirica and she has spina bifida. Her name is Mirica and she's a person with disability. So I guess that's our first lesson to our community is that when we engage with them, when we talk about them, or even try to use an adjective or trying to describe them, we use the terminology persons with disabilities. So here's my amazing daughter, Merica, and when she was born, right? So we knew beforehand, right? What we were dealing with, and we were actually told, her dad and I were actually told to terminate the pregnancy. You know, we were young, it's what the doctor said, we could have another child, all the other good stuff. And their advice to us was to terminate the pregnancy, which is common advice. I don't know if that's still common practice now, but that was still common practice back then with a lot of parents who in their first and going into second trimester, when we had those tests taken, you know, we're told, I've met many parents that were told the same exact thing. But her dad and I, you know, with our community, just made the decision to go through with the pregnancy and to keep her. And we actually had faith that whatever was going on with Merica would be fine. And just to fast forward, as we gave birth and everything with Merica, the prognosis was really, really bad, because where her spine, as she told you guys, her spine was it was bulging out of her back, and her type of spina bifida on her spine. So you have you have your upper, and then you have your cervical spine, which is the top portion of your spine. You have your thoracic, which is the middle portion. You have your lumbar. Her whole lumbar going into her thoracic part of her spine was open, and it was very, very severe. And the prognosis was very bad. The prognosis was that she would be a vegetable, that we would have to take care of her all the days of her life, that she would be able to actually do nothing, right? And that's not the report that we believe. We believe that, you know, God's healing power will touch Merica in an amazing way, and that everything that the doctors said, you know, going off of their medical, scientific medical histories and just their profession, that, you know, God would overturn it, and he did. And he gave us this amazing young lady, an amazing girl, and we're just so excited. I am to be, you know, her dad is, to be her parents. And she is loved by everyone who comes in contact with her. And so my first question to you, as a person with disability and being so young, being 16 years old, you know, how does that, you know, make you feel, and how do you identify yourself?
Well, for me, I don't like labeling myself as, you know, a disabled person. Like you said, like, I have a disability, but I can still do everything that a normal person can do. The only thing that's different is I can't walk. So it's not really that much different for me.
Okay. So I know that we've been out a lot with our community, with persons with disability. We go to different events and stuff like that. And one thing that I always share as a mom and as a parent with, you know, my peers and my coworkers and whoever will listen to me, is that I'm grateful for your attitude and your positivity. And the reason that I say that is, the reason why I say that is because I've been around a lot of parents with children who are disabled, and the attitude is just not there. And people without, right, parents, right, without a disabled child do not know the emotional and mental and physical effort, right, and strain that it takes to raise a child with disability. And so my question to you is that even I've seen so many just young kids, and I've seen some happy, you know, positive like America, but I've seen some so sad. Even in our recent last year, one of the events we went to, my heart was breaking for this young lady because she had three other siblings. They were all able to walk. She had spina bifida like America. She couldn't walk, but her countenance was so sad. And, you know, and I know that it took a lot on her personal self-esteem. And so as a young person, right, being among kids that are, you know, without a disability, your self-esteem could be, you know, something that's a target or make you feel, you know, depressed, or something that you're so unsure of. You know, how would you describe your self-esteem?
Um, I've gotten better because it's like I would look at other kids that were around my age, and it was like why can't I be like them? But it was like I had to realize God didn't make me to be like somebody else. He made me to be like me. And so I had to realize that and be like, wait, hold on. Why am I thinking this way? Because I'm born to be America, not somebody else. And so I just had to come to grips with myself and say, hold on, no, because that's the devil trying to make you sad when you're supposed to be happy. And so I was just like, I can't do this. I can't keep doing this to myself.
Wow, that was really good. And two things you said, that one, like you said that you couldn't keep doing this to yourself. And number two, you said you had to come to grips with yourself. And so I also work in the disability community. I work with adults with developmental disabilities. And that's one of the things that we say, it's one of the things that we say is that everybody has a disability. Some people you can see and you can tell off that, and some you cannot, right? So I have a disability, right? Everybody has a disability. And it just so happened because hers is visible, she, in turn becomes sometimes an outcast or even an outsider amongst her peers. And so as a mom, to hear her say that, because I work very hard on her self-esteem, right? And so and it came through those little pep talks, and always encouraging her and letting her know our faith is a strong part of our interaction, with each other. And so having those little pep talks and pouring into her, letting her know how beautiful she is, how smart she is I'm glad to see that those fruits are paying off, and I can tell the difference. So it's such a blessing and an honor to hear that. And so, staying in that same vein, what would you say to other kids with a disability who are struggling with self-esteem issues?
Um, well, I think just as long as you know who you are, don't listen to anybody else who tries to tell you what you're not. Because people are going to say, oh, you're not good, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you just have to prove them wrong. You just have to tell them, no, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And then you do it. So it's just, you just tell them that you can do it, and you show them who you are and who God made you to be.
Awesome. So something you said is that how do you so if you can give us an example of a mental, because that's a lot of a
Mm-hmm.
mental battle, the mentality, right? How you see yourself. Give us an example of a mental battle that you did have, and how you overcame it.
Um, well, for example, when I was in a public school, it was like the girls, they would be trying to, they would be friends with you, well, be friends with me. And then they were like, once they got around other people, it was just different because it was like they would look at me a certain kind of way or like give me the side eye. And so it was just like, what's the problem? Like, we were just cool. And so it was just like, God, did I do something to them? Or is it just because of they see the light in me that they just don't know how to say something? It's like they they want to say something to you, they just don't know how.
And so how did you deal with that? Did you speak up? How did you resolve that?
I would just like, every day go into school and like talk to them and say hi, or tell them like you're pretty, or or you look good today. And then I would go home and just pray
Mhm.
and just like ask God what to do. And God just was like, just keep talking to them, and I'll deal with the rest of it.
Wow, that is really, really, really good. A lot of what our young people deal with, especially, oh gosh, she's not in public school no more, guys. Just like not, and it's not because of the treatment amongst her peers. It was just that academically they could not support her. So that's another subject for another day. She's in a really, really great school. But a lot of our children deal with self-esteem issues, and especially our children that have disabilities. And when Miracle was born, Miracle was probably 6, 7 months. I was in the kitchen, she was on the bed. You know how us parents do, right? We sit the two pillows on the side of the child, and like, okay, you're not gonna move from this spot. Like these pillows gonna keep you. You know, you just fortified them in the pillows. And so I was in the kitchen washing bottles, prepping bottles, right? And so I'm like, she's fine. I can get here, wash, steam the bottles, prep the milk, and put them in. I can do all of that, right? Because she's not going anywhere. And the Holy Spirit said to me, go check on Miracle, go check on the baby. And I was like, okay. And then it was like, go check on the baby, like now, urgency. And so I ran to the bedroom, and Miracle, I left her on her back. Being born with one leg, she had somehow flipped herself over and scooted to the edge of the bed. In my mind, having a child like that, she was incapable of doing that, right? I never thought that she was capable of doing something like that. And the Holy Spirit said to me from that day, he said, never treat her as if she's any different. Raise her to become independent. And I've done that from day one. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for joining. If you are just tuning in, we are speaking with the beautiful, the amazing 16-year-old Miracle Hercule, a person with disability diagnosed with spina bifida as a fetus. But she has overcome so much in life to be sitting with us here today. She just finished sharing with us some of her self-esteem issues and how she overcame them. One thing that I like that she said was that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And that seemed to be a theme. Smile, girl. So it seemed to be a theme. Thank you. I think that she used throughout her life. I want to go ahead and say hi to my aunt who's watching from Freeport, Bahamas. Hello, Auntie Ann. Dee Dee, Mama Dee Dee, how are you? How are you, Melita? Thank you for joining us, guys. Please do like, share, and comment. Invite someone to watch. If you know a mother, a parent who is dealing with a child with a disability, we know that this show and Miracle's story would be such a great encouragement to them. So go ahead and invite them as well. Going on, Mama Didi said your book soon come, soon come. All right, we gotta get her out her shell on one step at a time. So, self-esteem issues, you've overcame those. Um, so one thing that I as a mom, okay, let's talk about becoming independent, right? And so I know that I played the role of a a taskmaster at times, and pushing you to do certain things, right? So now that you're 16, right? Let's see how far back that you can go, right? And just growing up to the age of 16 and having to adapt because there are a lot of things that you do differently than your sister does or that I do. You just do them. You can still do them, but you do them differently. Tell me, what was your most creative adaptation, or the one that you look back on and think, man, I did that, I overcome that. And tell me, what was the hardest one?
Hmm.
And it can include school and all of that good stuff.
Well, for school, I was doing occupational therapy, and the therapist, she gave me ideas on how to like reach in the closet if I couldn't reach it, like using a hook or something like that, or to like pull the hanger out of the closet. And it was difficult at first because you have to like find the angles and the way to turn it. And
Was that the hardest one or the most creative?
I mean, I guess that was kind of the creative one.
So you thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I have a funny story about that, and I can see why that was the most creative one you enjoyed the most. So my girls are in charge of hanging up their clothes when we do laundry, right? They have a set they put away and a set that they hang up. And the closet is high, right? So Miracle, you know, even when God does bless her with her legs and she stands, Miracle is going to be short. Okay, it's just her lot in life. She's just really short, right? So it's funny to have her sit in her wheelchair. She has to ask her sister, right? Oh man, we should have had her on here because the stories are just funny. So she has to ask her sister, and just being serious for a second, even as a sibling of a person with disability, Miracle has to ask her sister to do a lot, right? And sometimes her sister gets frustrated. And I know that Miraca's frustrated that she's frustrated, right? Because all she wants to do is put her clothes up. And so, as a mom, I kind of explained to her sister time and time again, listen, certain things she needs your help on. But I explained to Miracle as well, like she's not your do girl and she's not your slave. Because Miracle would seriously sometimes take advantage of her, right? So if I hear Jada name like 10 times in like 20 minutes, Miracle, what you want? What is it that you want, right? So we don't want to take advantage of. So that's why it was pretty funny because I know the struggle Miracle has with her sister of getting her clothes in the closet. So the hanger, the hook that has a hanger that allows you to hang up your own clothes. Mm-hmm. So you have to deal with your sister's frustration and her attitude. Okay, cool. So what was the hardest adaptation that you had to do?
I think being in the kitchen, like not being able to reach everything. And one thing was getting a broom and knocking things off of the refrigerator. Or like for me, putting the dishes up when it's my turn to do the kitchen, I have to lock my chair, climb on top of the counter, and
disclaimer: she covered in the blood. Like you make her do what? She covered, y'all.
I climb on top of the counter and I put the dishes up, and that's kind of hard because trying to keep my balance at the same time as trying not to break the dishes because I don't want to get in trouble for that.
So she does therapy, right? Physical therapy, and her therapist works on her core. So you see why your core, right? You see why that is so important. Look at me trying to cover my tracks, y'all. So her therapist, they work on her core. So you covered, you're not going to use her balance. But one day, I don't know what Miracle wanted, right? She was never allowed to sit on the counter. I don't know what she wanted. What were you getting? And I walked in on the kitchen and she was sitting on the counter getting whatever it was that she was getting. So I said to her, right? Oh, if you can get that snack, it was a snack, y'all. If you can get that snack, then you can go and put up dishes too. I don't want to hear no more. So I don't want y'all to think like she forcing her to. No, I walked in on the kitchen and Miracle was on the counter and she was getting her own snack. And I said, oh, so if you can do all of that for a snack, you can put up dishes as well. And so putting up dishes, part of her chore, right? Putting up dishes is now a part of her chore when she cleans up the kitchen. So that's that. That's that. On a more serious note, so tell us about your school life, right? So you transitioned from a public school, which is a charter school, to a private school, right? So tell us about that transition. Like, what was the battles with that, and what was the battles with you in public school, and now that you transitioned to a private school, how has that impacted your life?
So in a public school, they were basically not really giving me everything that I needed as far as me being like for academics or having everything accessible to me. Like for the tables and stuff, like for the desk, they were gonna make me sit in the same desk as everyone else, and I couldn't really fit because the chair and the desk were connected to each other. And so I couldn't really do as much with the tables and stuff. And then in the hallways, as far as dismissal went, it was like I'm supposed to be able to leave earlier because I'm so small in the hallway and I need to get to class. And the teacher wouldn't let me leave early to get to my next class. And so it was like I was being stepped over, ran into, pushed out of the way in the hallways. And it was like I asked the principals and everything, and they weren't really helping for that either. So now that I'm in a private school, it's way better because um, the teachers actually help you one on one, and they are. And by the way, they are a Christian school too, so
She likes that.
they we pray every morning, and we do our devotions every morning in school, and we they will help you one on one. So it's like, and they give you what you need. You just ask for it, and it's way better because they tend to us as they should, and they pray for us every day. So it's like we're in good hands because we are all connected with God.
Awesome, 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 awesome. So anyone that works in the school system or has a child with disability, you know that there are certain, and everybody probably like, what was your mother doing all of this? Right?
She
Where was
there.
her mother?
She was
Right? All through that, right? Where was her mom? Right? So they have just different guidelines on how they're supposed to cater and accommodate to, I'm not going to say cater, accommodate to students with disabilities. And so they have 504 and IEP, and I'm not going to get into all of that, but there was certain elements or provisions that were supposed to be made accessible to Miracle, and it wasn't made accessible. Miracle was saying the nice thing. She was telling the nice part. And I want her to share this because I want us to be aware of how we see people with disabilities and how we treat them, right? And how it is so important that because this is promote her biz talk, right? This is to help even business owners. How do we make sure that our businesses, right, our facilities, right, our establishments, how do we make sure that they are accessible, right, accessible to persons with disabilities? So they had a fire drill at your school once, right?
Mhm.
Or fire drills will happen at your school, and the high schoolers were on the second floor. And so tell us the story. It's horrid. The story of how you would have to exit the building during a fire drill.
So during fire drills, you can't really use the elevators and stuff like that. So what they would do was the principal had said that I would
We're
have
not gonna tell y'all what school it is.
yeah. So they said that I asked, so during a fire drill, what am I supposed to do? So then they told me, just you're gonna have to go down the stairs and we're just gonna have to leave your chair upstairs. And so I was like, huh? Like I was confused, like, what are you talking about? And so then they were just like, well, we'll figure it out. And so we did a practice one, and then the teacher had came and got me, and I was like, they're really about to make me go down the stairs for a fire drill. And so I went home, told my mom. She was
No, how did you get down the stairs?
Oh, I had to get out of my chair and crawl down the stairs, and I did not like it because the floor is dirty, and all these kids are stepping on the ground, and it's like, you want me to, like, I did not like that.
They made her leave her wheelchair, crawl one, two. It goes two or three.
Too.
Two flights of stairs, made her crawl down the stairs, right? So to all my mommies who are watching this, I'm sad to say the school is still standing, right? But I did, right, give the principal and the administration a nice hearing, right? I said a few words. No, I did not come out of my character. I just let them know that that type of behavior is not acceptable and it should never have happened in the first place. And even through their apologies, right? And they had never had a student that needed the needs or the accommodation that America had. And I was okay with teaching them in a proper way. And so we never had that issue again. And I don't think shortly after that we left the school.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. We left the school. And so because it's a business show and a business talk, those of you who have a business, a brick and mortar business, it is so important. Our disabled community, they are left out of so much of our community and our society and being able to enjoy because they don't have access to it. They want to go places, they want to explore, but there is no access. I think every place that we've been, we've connected to a community, and every place that we've been, it's amazing the things that they have accessible to persons with disability. My favorite is when we go out of town and the hotels have the jacuzzi with the chair.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my favorite because it gives her that access and that feeling of being able to be in the jacuzzi and relax. And yes, America has a two-piece. I don't know. I don't know. But we are talking with Miracle Hercule, 16-year-old born with spina bifida, and she is sharing with us her journey as a person with a disability. I keep seeing me do that because it's lit like flying everywhere, right? And she's sharing with us her journey. We want to say a few more shout outs. Let's read some comments. Beatrice. Hi, Beatrice. Thank you for joining. You know Beatrice?
No.
Well, hi, Beatrice. Thank you for joining us. You want to say hi to your teacher?
Yes. Hi, Miss Emily. And I did see Mr. Chris join too. Hi, Chris.
All right. Hey, Tan. Hey, Tanya. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so happy to have you here, Miss Becky. Hey, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're feeling so much better. Thank you for joining us. We are talking with my daughter, Miracle Hercule, and she's just sharing her story and her life experiences with us. So you're 16, right? God, I forgot what I was going to ask you. You're 16. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Okay, so you're 16, right? And one of the things that we have been preparing for is
Driving? Or college?
you want to talk about driving?
No, not really.
So one of the things, Elizabeth is watching. Thank you, Elizabeth, for tuning in. One of the things we've been talking about, your Gigi is here.
Hi, Gigi.
So one of the things we've been talking about is college. Preparing for is college. So if you don't mind sharing, what is it that you want to do for college?
I was thinking about going to college for music. Like, I think I wouldn't. Well, I want to do like the producing part of music, or like making music, because I just like listening to music, and I'm sure some of you guys seen on Sunday me singing. I was really nervous, but I did it. But I just like music, and I just like want to learn how to do like beats and make my own music, and maybe perform one day for people.
Awesome. So you want to go into the business aspect of music, and you want to go, and you want to also perform. All right. So y'all heard it here first. She wants to go into music business, and she wants to potentially and eventually become an artist. So what type of artist do you want to be?
Gosh,
Gospel artist. Like, do you want to do like, gosh, give me. Yeah, I'm not really big on names and stuff. So, do you want to do like, contemporary, like hill songs? Do you want to do like gospel? No, she's not gonna do no rapper. Or do you want to do like worship music or
Um,
a mixture?
Probably a mixture. I like listening to what's her name? Tasha Cobbs and
She loves Tasha Cobb. So if anybody watching, and if this gets shares Tasha Cobb, if you're watching, Miracle just adores your music. She does.
yeah, I do.
All
But
right,
yeah.
so let's talk about this. So we've been just a lot of places, right? We like to go exploring, right? On a budget, which is fine. We go different places. Um, can you remember or even talk about a time in a public setting, in a public place, in the grocery store, at the mall, um, at a hotel, anywhere that we've been, that as a disabled person that you weren't treated equally as a person without a disability?
Um, well, in the mall, it's kind of big. Like in Miami, that
Now,
mall
she done
is.
went all the way to Miami,
I'm
y'all.
just
She
saying,
went all the way to Miami.
because those people, they act like they don't see you, and it's like they'll just walk in front of you. So I guess it's mean. I'll like hit the back of their feet by accident, and
I didn't tell her to do that.
I know I just felt like it. Or even in a grocery store, which my mom has taught me how to speak up for myself, because she'll tell me to stand in line and so she can go get something, and then she come back and there's like three people in front of me, and she just look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
And so it's like I have to say, "Hey, excuse me, I was in line," instead of just looking and letting them go. And so yeah, that.
So a lot of our engagement with the public is a teaching, and I want to talk about how kids react to you next. We're going to talk about how kids react to her next, right? It's the funniest thing, right? So a lot of our engagement with the community is teaching, right? And so I would say to all of our parents with kids with disabilities, is that you use every moment as a teaching moment. And our general public do not know how to interact with our persons with disability community. And sometimes I do get upset because it's common courtesy to show to every person, right? But we're just not wired that way. And maybe that was my lot in life, is to be able to advocate for a person with disability and teach our families and our community at large on how to interact with them. And so one of the biggest things that we have seen is that if we go out into a grocery store, if we're in a restaurant and she's waiting there, they will completely look over her, just completely. And if she's just like standing there like 5, 10 minutes, they will still completely look over her. And to me, that's bizarre. If she's sitting there, right, you can at least ask her, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Are you waiting for somebody? Anything like that, but do not just completely ignore her. And so I, as her mom, would, and of course, these are complete strangers. And I would say to her, if I left her somewhere and she's in line or people overlooked her, and I would say to her, hey, out loud, hey, aren't you in line? Oh, and I would ask, oh, how did these people get in front of you? And then they would turn around and they would say, oh, I didn't see her. Oh, I didn't know she was waiting in line. Oh. And I was looked them in the eye. Yes, she was standing here. Yes, she was in line. Yes, she needs help. And I will purposely send her into places so that she can learn how to advocate for herself, because she's 16 and the deal with my kids is that I will take care of them, right? Up until what age?
18?
No.
No, you said 21, I think, or something like, I don't know.
As long as they're in college, right? I would take care of them, right? As long as they're in college and they're getting their degree, whatever it is that they're working on, long as they're trying to better themselves, as their mom, I will help them with whatever they need. And a part of that is for Miracle to be able to advocate because she won't be with mommy forever. She won't be with daddy forever. And so she has to learn how to advocate for herself. And so I would say to my parents who have children with disabilities, it's teach them ways, right? Miracle is verbal, and so she can verbally speak, and those who are independent, because you have some children that are nonverbal, you have some that are hard of hearing, and it's different for them to communicate. And so of course we won't leave them in public by themselves, but we would teach them, and let them go or let them be independent as far as they can. But with Miracle and with children or teenagers like Miracle with disabilities, it's so important that we teach them how to advocate and how to speak up for themselves, and also to not just advocate and speak up, but to be assertive. And so she has done a marvelous job, guys. She is getting so much better, and I'm so proud of her for advocating for herself and for speaking up. Even in school, she needed to learn how to advocate and to speak up. So our time is winding down, but Billy Austin, hi Billy, thank you for tuning in. Rochelle France, my aunt, y'all, from Freeport, Bahamas, she's watching. Hey, Auntie Katina, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, guys. Share really quickly with the kids, because this is fun. Like, no matter where we go, right? You have to share the shark story. So, kids, right? How do kids interact with you? And how do kids, okay, let's start this. There's so many questions. How do kids interact with you?
Well, so with kids, they'll go to my mom first and they'll ask her like,
Sometimes.
well, yeah. Sometimes they'll go to her and ask her like questions like what happened to her, or sometimes they'll just stare at me and smile, and so I'll just smile back because like I'm not gonna bite you or anything. So, or if kids like, I remember yesterday, it happened yesterday. This one little girl in Publix,
The cutest thing.
she what did she say to you? I don't even.
So she came to me and she said, is that your daughter? And this girl is probably like 7 years old, y'all, 8 years old, and says in the most mature voice, right? Little Southern girl, is that your daughter? And I said, yes. She said, she's pretty. And I said, okay, you can go and tell her. And then
She came to me and she was like, "You're very pretty," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And so then when we were leaving Publix, she yells out, "Bye, pretty girl," and I was just like, she's so cute. But so, and kids, their minds are just wild sometimes. So kids would come up to me and ask me, "What happened to your leg?" I guess they've seen the movie where a girl was surfing and she got her arm bit off by the shark. So kids would come to me and be like, "Did your leg?"
Bethany is her name. I don't know her last name.
Yeah, but they would ask me, "Did your leg get bit off by a shark?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it did, and it hurts so bad, but I can't feel it anymore." And then they just walk away like, "Oh, okay."
Right. That was so funny. And it's so funny when she tells them that story, but it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always that easy. When you were younger, that was one of the biggest things that we had, and even as a parent, is that kids would just stare, right? They would just stare, even adults too, kids and adults would just really just stare. And how did that make you feel?
It kind of made me feel weird because it was like they don't know, like they don't really know better. But
Did you say, why you traumatizing those babies?
but with people, it was just like they don't really know how to ask me what happened, so they would just stare, and sometimes I would just stare back and then smile at them so they know like she's not gonna do anything to you. So it was just like I watched this one person, like they they were like staring at me getting into the car and like tripped over something. And I was just like, is it that serious? And so it was just like, it kind of made me feel weird because like they don't know that I'm a regular person. I just can't walk like they can.
Right. And you only have one leg right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. So she only so this is 16-year-old Miraca. Born with spina bifida, my oldest daughter, my first child. And she's sharing her story and her journey as a person with disability. Staring was something major that we had to work on, right? I never hid Miraca's disability. I think maybe for the first 8 months of her life, I was very protective of her. And I was like that with both of my kids. Like my kids would go out and they would be covered. Like nobody's seeing them, nobody's touching them. Like I'm island, like, no, you cannot touch my baby. And people that I did allow to touch, you can touch their feet. That's just about it. But you're not touching their hands, do not touch their face. Like we're not doing all of that. And so I think by the time she turned one, I, just let her immune system was not that it was compromised. I was just protective. And when she turned one, I kind of, began to just, expose her more. And there was nothing I was ashamed of. I was just that protective mom. And so staring was something that we had to deal with a lot. And as a parent, I've seen it go both ways. I've seen people stare out of curiosity, and I've seen people stare in disgust, right? So in curiosity, I've always taught Miraca how to smile and to say hi, right? I taught her to smile and say hi. And when people who stare in disgust, and yes, I have seen it, unfortunately, I stare back. And I will not have like the nicest look on my face. The same look that they're giving her, I would give them. And then they would look and they would realize what they were doing, right? And so, as a parent, what I would share with our community is to teach your children how to engage with a person with disability, a child with disability. They are just like regular children. And I've taught Miraca, and I know other parents have taught their children how to be social. A lot of a parent stress, right, who has a child with disability, is being able to, or they're wondering if their child will ever be able to engage or interact with normal children, with normal kids, right? And as they get older, it's their choice. So right now, do you feel confident and comfortable around children without, or kids without disabilities?
Um, Sometimes I do, because sometimes some of them will come and talk to me, and it's just we're just having a conversation, and some of them will just like still be staring at me, and so I just say hi, and then they'll look away for a couple minutes and then stare back, and it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna ignore them at this point.
Right. So, as a mom and as a parent with a child with a disability, is that I would encourage other parents who have children without disability to begin to teach them how to engage, even adults with this, engage with people, the disabled community at large. You would be surprised how many people want to share their story. You'll be surprised how many people who want to interact and want to engage. They are normal people, just like us. They just have a disability and they want that sense of community. I know a lot of them feel more comfortable around people like themselves because they can identify with them more, right? They have more things in common, so they kind of know the struggles that they each other have to go through. So they do feel more comfortable. Do you feel more comfortable around people with disabilities or without?
Um, I feel like, well, with people without disabilities, like if I know them, then it's comfortable for me. But like even at school, because my school, we have kids with disabilities, and so it's comfortable for me. It's just normal for me because it's like we're all like the same. We're dealing with the same. Well, not really the same thing, but we're all like each other. And so it was just like I like this because we can laugh
Be
with each other.
yourself,
Yeah, we
right.
can laugh with each other. We can just have a random conversation and it won't be weird.
I've been in public and I've seen parents with children with disabilities and even parents that have adult children with disabilities, and they are very, very overprotective of their children. And I've seen they have gotten so used to their children being an outcast to society that I see them watch people watch their child, even as an adult. And because I know what that is like, I always offer them a warm smile. I smile at the person with the disability first because I acknowledge that they are a person and that they are there and that I do see them. And then I smile at their parent or their companion. And the transition of their countenance speaks volumes. And so, if I would leave you guys with anything tonight, is to become more aware of those persons with disability in your community, right? Those that in the grocery store, parents with children with disability. A smile alone changes and works volumes rather than a stare, right? And even sometimes a blank stare is a mean stare, right? And so we're teaching our children to smile at other children with disabilities regardless. And we're teaching ourselves how to engage with the disabled community. The number one thing is that they want to know that you see them. You will be so surprised how many people that are living with disabilities that they are, some of them are angry, some of them are bitter, and they will come out into society and into our community as if they got something to prove because they have been beat down so much and so long. And so, my advice to you guys and my nugget for you guys tonight is to become more aware of those persons with disability in your community and offer a helping hand. Smile at them, right? Say hello, speak, right? Because they just want to feel acknowledged. They just want to know that you see them and that them as a person that they really, really matter. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. You guys, we're going to go to some comments. I want to say hello to Billy, who's actually watching from Nassau, Bahamas. We are international, baby. Listen, 3 weeks in a row, we are international. I thank God he gets all the glory. Yay! Miracle, everybody say you look so pretty.
Thank you.
And they say you got a good personality.
Oh, yeah.
She gets that from her dad, guys. Like, she is the epitome of her father, even down to her personality, which works in my favor, right? Because she's always even keeled, right? And when I thank God for the Holy Ghost, I know when something is bothering her because she's just positive. She just stays the same, just all the time. Very beautiful, very amazing girl. I love her so much. Guys, do not tune out. We're going to play for some prizes. If you are a first-time visitor, we're going to tell you just how you can win a special prize tonight. Cherise, Patrice, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. Promise in Brevard is a place in Melbourne where adults with physical and mental disabilities have their own community. Yes, it is. And I know people that live in Promise because of my job. And so it's an amazing place. It gives them that sense of independence, right? And they do have a supported living coach. They do have companions that do check on them and help them on their day-to-day. But for the most part, they live on their own. Oh God, such an amazing place. Probably got to take you on a tour so you can see that. But it's so amazing, such an amazing place. Promise in Brevard County. And I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful that that is a place and that exists in our community. Mama Didi said she gonna put you on the altar for traumatizing them babies. For traumatizing them babies. Okay. All right. So it is that time of the night, yay, where we get to play our game. Yeah, she said you all the way like your daddy, child. Yes, she is. Kawanda, hey, I didn't say hello. I try to say hello to all our guests. Thank you, Kawanda. She's the one that commented that there is Promise in Brevard County that do allow persons with disability to more or less live on their own. An amazing place, an amazing organization. Really? That is so awesome. Oh my God. Thank you so much. We'll definitely be in touch. Yes, we're going to schedule us a tour. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Commander. We would definitely do that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So you can see what you can aspire to. And I'm always encouraging, as my mother should. She's no different from my 11-year-old. Just pushing them and showing them, what she can do with Miracle. Y'all don't let this pretty face fool you, right? She can be lazy when she wants to, okay? Mm-hmm. And so I have to catch her in those moments. So she's doing things like I can see, oh, you can do that? You can do that? Oh, game on now. And so, Kawanda, thank you so much for the invite. So it is that time of the night, guys, where we get to play our game. Yay! I'm gonna lose. So don't say that, girl. Speak life. So tonight's prize it's a special gift from Amazon. So I didn't even order. I don't even have the tangible. So whoever the winner is, I will send you a picture of the 3 items, and you get to choose one. And they all stem around Miraca's favorite Bible verse, which is
Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ that gives me the strength.
Woo-hoo! So, okay, your Gigi and your daddy ain't going off. So tonight's prize will be tonight's prize. You get to pick 3. Whoever the winner is, I will send you a picture of 3 prizes. They all have the theme, I can do all things through Christ, Philippians 4:13, and you get to choose the prize, and we will mail it out to you. I didn't purchase it because I didn't want to pay double shipping, and Prime is free. So whoever wins, I'll be shipping it to you. Okay. Your Gigi wants to tell everybody that Miracle got her report card yesterday. Was it yesterday? Today's Thursday.
Yeah, I was supposed to get it on Friday, but I was not gonna be at school. But I did get it yesterday.
So she got it yesterday, and Miracle is a straight A student, y'all. She got straight A's, and I'm so proud. Much, much, much love to the teachers and the staff at No Limits Academy. They are just, the best. I mean, just phenomenal. Miracle went from D's and F's, guys, in a public school, right? D's and F's, who refused to cater with her, even though, don't go there, Remika. Y'all see that? Oh, y'all saw me? Y'all saw that mother coming out? Oh, Jesus. So they refused to cater to her, right? And we transitioned her to a smaller, more private school, Christian school. That's Miraca's favorite part about the school. And they work so phenomenally with her. They get her, they understand how she understands, and she is a straight A student. So congratulations to doing another semester of straight A. So I'm so proud of her. I don't even know if you show Cash App still work?
I don't know.
We have to figure that out. Her grandmother's Cash App. So she said she'll take it. So here's the game, right? Because our time is far spent. So here's the game. If this is your first time playing or tuning in, we play a game at the end of every show, and we try to give a gift give away a gift that pertains to tonight's show. So Miraca's gift will be mailed to you. It's Amazon Prime, and it deals with the theme Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So that's your gift. And here's the game. It is a categorical game. So there are 6 categories, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you know, you should have your pen, paper, take notes on your phone. And here are the 6 categories, right? Boy, girl, animal. I see some returning viewers. Y'all should have put this in the thing already, in the chat. Y'all should have put this in the feed. So boy, girl, animal, place, thing, and food. Those 6 categories: boy, girl, animal, place, thing, and food. Those 6 categories. And here's the game. You have to find an item or a name starting with a specific letter that Miracle will pick upon my command, right? So you know how to play this, right? I say go, and you do what?
Say the alphabet in my head.
She says the alphabet in her head, and when I tell her to stop, whatever alphabet she stops on we find a letter, or whatever letter she starts on, we find something in each category. So if she starts with the letter C, we have to find a girl name with C, a boy name with C, an animal with C, a place with C, a thing with C, and a food with C. Got it? So each category, I'm going really, really slow. Each category is worth 10 points. 10 points. Each category is worth 10 points, right? So let's say, for instance, you're collecting your points, you're doing good, you guessing your categories, and we get C, right? And we come to the girl name, and you pick Catherine, but somebody picks Kathy. How many points you get?
5.
5 points. You only get 5 points because they're so similar, and that goes through. That goes for all the categories in the game, right? So the to win the prize, you have to get the highest score, right? The highest you can get is 60. So whoever gets the highest score wins the prize, which will be shipped to you. I will inbox you the pictures. You pick one, and we'll ship the prize to you. Okay. Um, Anything else that I forget? Oh, so depending on me and Miracle, you sitting kind of close.
That's why I'm turning my phone.
Okay, and I need to turn my book like this. You sitting too close. Listen. So, so you made me forget what I was going to say.
I don't know.
What was I? I was talking about the game. So whoever scores the highest is the winner. And so if we have a tie, you're going to have to pick a number 1 through 20, and whatever number Miracle guesses, whoever's the closest wins that prize. Got it? You guys ready? Ready? You took Cash App off your phone because everybody asking for your Cash App.
I think you told me this. Yeah. Want to put it back on?
Well, not right now.
But yeah.
We'll put those who want to gift Miracle for her report card. We'll put it on the magazine's page, and you guys can share from there. Ready? No, you don't guess what she guessed. You have to be creative. So you winning is contingent upon you being able to be different than anybody else. So we have C's. You want to figure out a unique girl name for C, a unique boy name for C. And I'm giving y'all the strategies. I shouldn't be doing this, but this is her Gigi, right? So you don't want to guess what she guessed, because you guess what she guessed or what I guessed, then you only get 5 points. So you want to maximize that and get 10 points, right? So we are not qualified for the prize, but I'm going to try to beat Miracle. I'm going to try to score higher than Miracle, okay? I'm going to score higher than Miracle. You guys are playing against each other because you want to win that prize, okay? I have a feeling that your Gigi going to win.
She probably is.
Yeah, I got a feeling. But I don't know. We got some heavy hitters on here tonight, so we're going to see. You guys ready? All right, Miracle, you ready? Okay, and go. Stop. You was going fast or slow?
Slow.
Oh gosh, there you go. What was the letter?
E.
E. The letter is E, guys. The letter is E. E is the letter. Go. Let me do this right here. I think we had E before.
I don't know.
Her sister helping her, they cheating.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Okay, one,
Okay.
two,
I'm
three.
finished.
You done?
Yep.
We just
Oh,
finished.
4, 5. We. You are supposed to say we. 6,
Yeah, we finished.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10. Okay, stop. Oh, look. Oh my God, you guys are so amazing. Put your answer inside the live feed and we're going to compare answers. Oh, you guys are so amazing. Boy, girl, animal, place. Desiree, you didn't get a place. So I don't know if you knew that or not, or you just don't have it. Oh, your Grammy on fire today. Okay, come through, Grammy, because she on fire today. All right, so for boy, what you got?
Ethan.
Ethan, I got Einstein.
Oh wow.
Judy has Enoch. Tamika has Idris. Emma, Eric for Desiree. Eric for Desiree, that's a boy. Elvin for Katina. Ezekiel for Emily. All right. I don't think we had any repeats. Everybody got 10 points. All right. Woo, woo, woo. Ezra. All right. You got your 10 points. Everybody got 10 points. Okay. All right. Edwin. Okay.
Oh.
Everybody got their 10 points. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. What you got for girl?
Ebony.
That's my middle name. I can't get it. I'm so horrible. Okay. I got Eileen for girl. We have Elvina, Eleanor, Emily.
Yeah, I see Emily.
Elise, Emily, Erica, Esther. So whoever has Emily gets 5 points. Everybody else gets 10. All right. We off to a good start. I know we got 5s right here. Animal, what you got?
Elephant ears.
That's a part of an animal.
No, me.
The food. The
Animal.
Oh.
Emu.
That does start with an E. An emu. Girl, you better stop. That was Sissy.
Yeah.
I got elephant. I know I got 10. Elephant. Sharice got elephant. Earthworm. Okay, I see you. Earthworm. Eel. What we got? L. What's the L? E-L. Is that your place, Tamika?
Eel.
I mean, is that your animal? L-E-L?
Eel.
Oh, she probably said eel. Eel. So all my eel people, y'all get 5 points. Eagle, 10 points. I'm surprised somebody put eagle. Everybody was trying to avoid eagle, right?
Oh, wait, nope.
What?
Miss Emily got eagle.
Yes, she got eagle. That's the only eagle I see. You see another eagle?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I see a lot of eels.
Yeah.
Yep. So eels and elephants, we got 5 points, and everybody else get 10 points. So eels and elephants. Emu, that was a good one. Let me get my 5 points. So you got 30 points right now? I got 25. All right, for place, I got emergency room.
I got Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Please don't have that, nobody. Please. Oh, I see it.
Ecuador.
Miss
Place.
Shaniqua.
Hold on. Yo, Gigi got Everest for place. What is it? Ethiopia. What's the place? Edmund Palace. What's that? What's Edmund Palace? You got to explain that. What's Edmund Palace? Inglewood, that's 10 points. Everest is 10 points. Egypt is 10 points. Ethiopia, how many times did we see Ethiopia?
Twice.
So Ethiopia is 5 points. And everybody else, Judy, you about to get a 0. What is it? What did she say?
Edmund Palace.
Edmund Palace. Somebody got to Google that. Let's Google Edmund Palace.
Oh gosh, you got the tablet out.
Fact check. Edmund Palace. Uh-huh. Edmund Palace.
Trying to get these points.
Edmund Palace. Oh, oh, it is. Image of Edmund Palace. Wait, hold on.
Oh, Grammy know what she's talking about.
Hold on.
She said where the Royals live.
Okay. It's on Google. You got your 10 points. She got her 10 points. Y'all listen. Okay, thing. What you got?
Envelope.
Envelope. I got elevator. Elevator. Let's go thing. Egg beater. Okay. Escalator. Okay. Easter basket. Earth. Okay. She called her earth a thing, girl.
It's a place.
What the Bible says, all things, well, heaven and earth will pass, but all things shall pass away. All right, then that's a revelation, but we're gonna give you that one. We're gonna give you that one. Elastic urn. I thought urn was with a U. Let me
Yeah.
Google this.
Earn is with the U.
Let's see, urn. They're like, what is she? So we gotta get these points right. Iron and for thing, Ethernet. That's a thing. I know that's a thing.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Earn. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. The definition of an earn, E-R-N, it is a sea eagle, especially gives a scientific name. So I'll give you that. But technically, it's an animal, not a thing. So no, 0 points. Can't do that. Can't do that. You got people lives on the line. So earn, E-R-N, is not a thing. It's an animal. Next thing. What you got? I got eucalyptus for food. I ain't see that up there. What you got for food?
Elephant ears.
Elephant ears. I got eucalyptus. Eggplant. Egg salad. Eggplant, egg salad, 5 points. Eggplant.
Oh.
Enchiladas. Emily, I like you. Enchiladas. I love it. I love it. Where's everybody answer that? Oh, escabeche. That's only seen one. Escabeche, egg roll. All right. So total up your points and put them in. I think Miracle beat me.
Yeah, she got 60 points.
I got 55 points. How many points you got?
60.
60. Only because her sister helped her.
She helped me with one. I'm not
With
even-
one.
I'm not
With
gonna
one.
lie.
Okay. She helped her with one. So she got, I have 55. So I think I lost. I got to tally up my losses. I say this every week. I got to tally up my losses. But I only can remember losing 2 times. So, no, 3. This is the 3rd time I lost that I can remember. All right. Tally up your points. 55, Emily, 55, Cherise, Tamika, 45, Shaniqua, 50. Anybody got anything higher? 55, is it 50? So it's looking like 55 is our highest score. That's between Emily and Cherise. All right, Emily and Cherise.
Gosh.
50. All right. So pick a number 1 through 20. Emily and Cherise, hold on. You got your number?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here. So they don't say we cheating over here. Pick your favorites. Write your number down. All right. So Cherise and Emily, pick a number 1 through 20. Put it in the chat, and we'll see who's the closest. Katina, you got 40 because you got 0 for that one. 0. You got 40. We'll see you again in 2 weeks. Oh, guys, I'm so excited about November's show. I'm waiting for Cherise and Emily to put their number in the chat, the number 1 through 20. But I'm so excited about next month's show and December, right? So we've had all women entrepreneurs, all women business women talking about major business things, right? So next week in November, we are switching it up and we're going to be featuring couples who are in business together. Woo, woo, woo. We're going to be featuring couples who are in business together. And in December, we are going to have all men guests on the show. So yes, we are switching it up, and I am so excited, so excited, so excited, so excited. Did Gigi say she thought she had good answers? They were good, right? But just not good enough, I guess. And I thought you was going to win, so I was rooting for you. So Miraca's number is
16.
16. So congratulations, Cherise. We're going to be sending you some pictures. You pick a gift and we will mail it out to you. I just want to say, do you have anything to say while we're closing? As far as, bringing the theme is disability awareness, is there anything that you want the community at large to know about persons with disability?
I
Oh,
think
wait, hold on. They were so sweet. We got a bunch of sweet people on here tonight. Bless the Lord. She says, I want to give my prize to Emily. So congrats, Miss Emily. We'll be sending you some pictures of the prizes and then you can pick them. If you guys have not caught on yet, Miss Emily is actually Miraca's teacher. And thank you, Miss Emily, for the work that you are doing with Miraca. I, as a mom, take it not for granted. And I just could not. That's why she's going to school. Right?
oh no, you're
So thank you guys. Is it on properly? Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We can I bless this in with my gift? Yes, you can. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I had fun. You had fun. You were saying.
I don't really have anything else to say. Just I mean, we're all the same. Like, some of us might not be able to talk or something like that, but for the ones, just smile at them, because some people who go through things in their mind, like they can't really tell you,
That's
but
good.
just a smile will make their day. And I think that's it. Yeah, just we're all the same. Like, it's nothing really different.
Right. And that was so good. She said, you never know what a person's battling with in their minds. And whether you want to acknowledge it or not, persons with disability, they just decipher and just engage in the world just differently, being looked at as outcasts. And that does take a toll on them if they do not have a good support system. So please be mindful of how you treat and engage with our disabled community. They are amazing people. I work with adults with disabilities and I cut them no slack. They are too smart. Mm-mm. Listen, when they get older, listen, they'll play you. They will play you. I cut them no slack because I know how the game goes. But smile at them, offer them a simple hello. Thank you guys for tuning in to all our beautiful guests. Um, to all our beautiful guests. We're just so happy that you tuned in with us tonight and just shared in with Miraca's story. We hope it was a blessing to you. We hope that it was educational and informative to you, and that you see our persons with disability in a brighter and more equal light. We will see you again not next week, in 2 weeks, in November 5th. I think November 4th or the 5th is our first show in November. And we'll be doing all couples next month. And so thank you so much for tuning in. We take it not lightly. Again, stay tuned for our shows. We love you guys. Have an amazing evening. And you guys know how we always go out at Him and Her magazine, promote her biz talk. We go out listening to our very own Cherise Lene. Y'all listen, if you have not yet downloaded the single, it is only, I think, $2 or $3 or $4. One of them. Y'all don't judge me. $2, $3, or $4. So one of those, right? It's really cheap. A quick download to your phone. You can keep it on repeat. If you have Bluetooth capabilities in your car, you can play it on the Bluetooth. You can blast it in the street, and everybody gonna be looking at you like, girl, who you listening to? Like, boy, who you listening to? And you can be like, oh, this is an artist from out of Miami. Her name is Cherise Lene. Let me give you her information. so you can go ahead and download this single. I only paid $3 for it. She didn't tell me how much it was. I'll wait for her to put the price. But it. Listen, all of us got $3 in our pocket we can spare right now. Okay, so go ahead and download Sharice Lene. Sharice Lene. Go ahead and read what your Gigi saying.
Oh well, she said I love you, but Cherie said $1.29 on Amazon, Apple
on,
Music, and iTunes.
Come on. We can do that tonight. We can make that happen. $1.29 on Apple, Amazon, and iTunes. We can definitely make that happen. Again, guys, you guys are the best guests that a host can wish for. Here it is, Sharice Lene, Raining. Y'all have a wonderful day and evening. I know